The vibrations from the machine versus the vibrations on my hand, it's like they cancel out.
I don't know if that's a thing.
Dude, we're talking about location. Location is a major thing when it comes to tattoo shops.
Yeah. Okay, so I've never been to an anime convention at all. I love anime. I have multiple tattoos of anime on me, right? And I love it. Yeah, but it's just I want my first time to be the best time ever. You know what I mean? I want to go to fucking San Diego Comic Con. You know what I'm saying?
Dude, all the petals flow out from the middle, and then each petal's pretty much similar. One folds over the top, and then you can kind of just make that. But the roses are tough, dude.
So,
If you guys want to see the fucking old school tattoo, que tener una persona al lado que en verdad lo apoya a uno también y que quiera salir con uno. I never had to build mine, I never had to fucking build my own needles and shit. I feel like you went through that old school process. Esa parte es viendo yo, por eso soy solo, marica.
Hey, what's going on, people? Welcome back to our 3-part with Joe Campos. Welcome back, man.
what's up?
So you guys heard quite a bit about him already on the past 2 episodes. So today at this one, we're just gonna go ahead and bullshit. So heads up, we're just gonna be talking about everything.
I'm pretty good at that.
I think Terrence is at his limit where he's good to go now. You know what I mean? Earlier he was asleep. Now he's awake.
Oh, I'm on fire right now. Ask me something, I dare you.
I don't want to. I'm afraid.
All right, you better be.
But yeah, man. Oh, so earlier off camera, we were talking about, just the crazy things that we've been doing, throughout, our whole careers, right? One of the funny things that we were talking about was the little pop-ups, that you see here and there. At least for me, little gyms that I go to, right? I see, artists popping up with, let's say they do a little card meet, man. They have all kinds of people come in, so forth and so on, which is cool, man. I genuinely think that it's so cool for them to like do these little itty bitty little tattoo, on their logos, little dumbbells, little stuff like that. And, it's a slow time. You got to do what you got to do, man. Everybody's done it at one point in their time, and I feel like it's part of the culture.
What's wrong with that? There's nothing. I don't think there's anything wrong with that, is it?
I think if you're an artist who has knowledge, knows how to keep everything clean, knows how, what he's doing with, with all the equipment, I don't see an issue, especially working with such a big company, because there's some, people that hire, private artists for that, and so I don't think there's, anything wrong with it, but
I think that might be the worry, right? You might be worried that if you work at a professional shop and they see you in that light, that you're tattooing at a car meet or at a whatever, that might make you look bad. But I don't know if it's that way anymore, Well, I don't think it's ever been that way. I think that people want to have that certain respect that they have from being in a shop, and they don't want to go back or feel like they're taking a step back by doing that, But I don't know if people look at it that way.
That's a good point. Yeah, they see it as in like, oh, I got to go start tatting in the alley, like it's not really like that. It's just an opportunity to do another hustle. That's how I see it. I mean, in this slow season, in this oversaturated market, like it's just another little hustle, just extra money. But yeah, I love it too. Like I do a bunch of them all throughout the year. I mainly do like breweries and little bars and bar mitzvahs, birthday events, weddings. I'm available for weddings. No, but it's fun for me. Like, it's always a spectacle. Like, you think that you're like, man, I ain't gonna do no tattoos here today. But what really happens is people walk by and they'll like double take and be like, oh, what's going on here? And then next thing you know, there's a line of people like waiting to get little placazos.
Another funny little one like that is shout out to Shane. Shane loves to do these little pop-ups, right? Here's the best one that he's ever done. He goes to a swingers little pop-up.
Hello.
Yeah, exactly.
Lots of stuff popping up there.
You have done it like 3 times already.
He's done it 3 times.
Yeah.
We always ask him, don't you dare lie to us. Have you been asked to join, the party? No, they've asked. I'm like, Shane, you told us you've done stranger things for a fucking $20 bill, and and now all of a sudden I don't want to put him out like that, but we'll do him.
Shane, $20. Give Shane $20. Tempt him with something, and see what he does. That's all we're gonna say.
He will surprise you. But as far as that little pop up, I think those are crazy, man. Those are fun. Like as an artist, whenever you see the culture, the tattoo culture, you don't think of just somebody so professional, well dressed here and there. You think of a fucking rock star sometimes. You know what I mean? That's what we were back in the day, rock stars, because it was such a taboo thing to do, to get. You know what I mean? And you saw people with tattoos. It was nothing like fucking artists that are up on stage and doing all this stuff.
Oh yeah.
And so now it's like it's rare for you not to have a tattoo than it is for you to actually have one.
True.
I always thought that comparison to rock stars was funny because like rock stars shouldn't be really looked up to. Like they're always getting
And
addicted
neither
to
should
drugs
we,
and
you know?
dying of overdoses. They're like their sex tapes are coming out. Like I don't want to be like that. But talking about the pop-ups thing, yes, they are really fun. Most of them are like family friendly, like I was saying, like the Harley Davidson stuff and like doing a lot of the brewery events and whatnot. So a pro tip, if you're doing a pop-up, buy on Amazon some little temporary tattoos for the kids. They will eat that up, and the parents will tip you like fatter than you think. Like I remember the first time I did it, I was like, this is gonna give me a few bucks. They're like, here's $25. Like what for a little slap-on temporary like nothing? And it works every time. Pro tip: a lot of people forget about that.
See, picking up things. There you go. That's awesome. Actually, I never even thought about that. You know,
Dude,
doing it for the
always.
kids.
Oh, they love it. They love it. And then the parents are just like, oh, thank you. Oh, thank you. And I'm like, yeah, I got you.
Just do not put those on the adults because they will take it to another shop and use it as a stencil and they will get that tattooed on them.
Yeah.
That's a story that I think we've told before, but man, do we get the craziest things. Craziest thing pop up. What has happened? What's one of the things that, like, you know, it's always been there
At a pop-up?
at a pop-up?
Honestly, the pop-ups have gone so smoothly.
Okay.
Like, my fear is that I'm going to forget something. Like
Okay.
I get there, and I'm like, all right, who's ready? Oh, damn, I don't have my machines. It's never happened. But something that does happen very commonly is someone will walk up, like, you know, as I'm tattooing, someone will walk up behind me and just fucking like, what are y'all doing? And just fucking vape. And I'm like, bro, get the fuck back. Like, what are you doing? You can't just vape all over my shit. Like, but that's really the only like bad thing that happens.
Yeah. I think that's fun, man. Like, you know, just getting to do things like that, man, is like,
Oh yeah.
It's crazy when you got everything together and you're in the right place. Something goes wrong. But
yeah, because
when
you're not at a convention. If you were at a convention, you can buy anything because they have a supply table right there.
Oh, yeah.
But if
Oh,
you're
yeah.
at a pop-up somewhere like fucking 2 states over, man.
What I'm saying is, if you get to a place to where it's like you think something bad is going to happen, usually it goes good.
Absolutely.
Everything is in place. You're in the right place.
Yeah.
Things go wrong.
You just
I
gotta-
don't know how that happens.
You just got to prepare, you know, hope for the best, prepare for the worst, and you'll
Yeah.
fall somewhere in between.
Yeah.
To your point, one thing I did one time was I ordered supplies and had it sent to the location that I was going to be at. And then when I got there, it was good to go. Because I don't know if y'all ever traveled with inks on an airplane, but they like
terrible.
fucking explode and shit. Yeah.
Yep.
So what I did is I just ordered some shit. The shop that I went to, it got there. I tatted, and when I was done, I was like, "Hey, y'all just keep this." You know, it's like dynamic,
good.
a little bottle of dynamic, bottle of eternal, whatever.
I think that's what Jose does a lot whenever we travel to New York for the convention that we like to do. One of the things that he did was he ordered a massage table. Oh, no, it was Javi. Shout out to Javi. One of our, you know, super cool friends over in Florida. He flew out there. He ordered a massage table, got it delivered there, went to town on it, didn't need it afterwards, left it there, sold it to somebody there, made like 50-60% profit. Oh, Danny did too. There she goes.
I took his.
Oh, you took his too. I forgot. See, I think that's just such a little pro tip. Is like, hey, order your shit there. I mean, here, get it delivered there, and you're good to go.
Yeah.
That happened to me with a homie in an armrest. Like
Yeah.
he like had it left over. Yeah, because I do the Dallas Fan Expo, and I'm with this team called Ink Empire, and they always come from out of state, and we'll do like Fan Expo. Do y'all know what Fan Expo is? It's like
No.
dude. It's like an anime convention,
Like Comic-Con or
like
something?
Comic-Con. It's like a small Comic-Con, dude. It's badass. Anyway, yeah, since they always come from out of state and I'm the only one that lives here, they'll be like, hey, do you want this armrest? Hey, do you want this light? Hey, do you want this ink? And I'm just like, yeah, dude, I got you. Thank you.
Oh, the hand-me-downs. I'll take them all.
Yeah, it's
that's
rad.
awesome, dude. No, like as far as people like that goes, man. Like, so I've never been to an anime convention at all. I've
Dude,
been.
you love anime.
I love anime. I have multiple tattoos of anime on me, right?
Yeah,
And I love it. Yeah, but it's just I want my first experience. I want my first time to be the best time ever. You know what I mean? I want to go to fucking San Diego Comic Con. You know what I'm saying?
Dude,
Dude, I traded a
You know
little
why?
tattoo for a badass like lightsaber from this company called
What?
Crimson Dawn. They make the best lightsabers.
I'm allowed to
in
do
the
that with
world.
my art. I'm allowed to trade for a lightsaber.
Yeah, I was like, hey, bro, come over here. Let me tat you. And I need that badass Darth Maul fucking signature lightsaber. And he was like, bet. If I did it, it's one of the coolest things I own. Like, it's super rad. There's also a lot of like comic book artists that are out there. And so like
yeah.
they'll be selling their shirts and their comics and whatnot. But the panel of like, you know, like all the voices from Family Guy, they'll be there. All the
that
guys
is
from,
so
you know,
fucking cool.
movies. Yeah, dude, it's super cool. It's,
So when it comes to some of those panels, I have received gifts from my clients though, where they had Momo from My Hero Academia, one of the characters there. They went to I'm assuming it has to be one of those Dallas conventions where they had the voice actors from some of these people and got it signed. came and get a session by me, hey, I got these 2 signed for you. I know you love anime. I've seen them up on your wall and everything. Jose hates them. This motherfucker's like, man, enough. Like, I have to put more shelves on there for you. I'm like, hey, I didn't ask for them. I'll take them, but I'm not, But, man, it's such a cool thing whenever your clients, like, you connect. This is a reoccurring topic is connecting with your clients, right? It's like whenever you just go ahead and build those bonds, like, they gifted him an RV. Well, not gifted, but they gave him an RV.
Yeah,
It's like,
I'm buying it.
She's like, I'm buying it. And it's like, I got little toys. I've gotten sweaters. I've gotten shoes, man. It's crazy. Like, we don't ask for this. It's very appreciated. Thank you so much for that. But it's just those relationships that you build with them that just really mean so much.
And you know what's crazy is, dude, birds of a feather flock together.
Yeah.
So you guys are getting tipped in anime and RVs. I get deer meat.
There you go.
You know what I'm saying? Bro, I've got bear meat, deer meat.
You all
I've
about
got
that meat.
Shit.
Pause.
But I get tipped in different things. What I'm saying is, I'm making the point is, like, you guys have clients that like your work because of what you do,
right?
And then I do something different, so my clientele is going to be different.
Yeah.
So it might not be the same kind of thing. I hope people are not like listening to you and they're kind of like booking every single thing. I should be getting gifts. Man,
no, not at all.
It could be services. It could be friendships.
I
it could
get
be
my haircut. I trade with my
haircuts.
My
It could
homie.
be
Like,
anything,
yeah,
dude.
yeah.
Just depending on what you do,
I've been trying to get that started with my barber for forever. He's like, I don't think I want any tattoos. I'm like, fuck.
I'd have found a new barber. That's what
I don't have those problems.
I have a homegirl too that like she'll trade dental work. Like I'll go in and get a cleaning.
What?
Yeah, dude. And like I ain't got no insurance. So like tattooing's my insurance.
Bro, that is so cool, man. I'm gonna have to start, using this a lot more because I've been, I don't want to do that. I don't want to use that card. The fuck am I doing? I'm using that card.
You're
from
giving
now
them
on.
something too, man.
That's true.
Yeah. And you're good at what you do. So, I mean, it ain't like you're just doing a little rose tattoo. You're giving them something that they can't get elsewhere.
Yeah.
So that's cool.
Why are you talking shit on Joe? That he sent him roses and shit? Come on, man.
He
I love roses.
Nah, look, he
Roses
would
are
have
probably
never
my-
thought that. Look at you throwing shade. Look at you.
Honestly, roses are probably my favorite thing in the world to tattoo.
Yeah.
Like, I could tattoo roses for the rest of my life. And
But
be
you're talking about like the
perfectly
American
content.
traditional style or any style?
Like more my style, like
Okay.
neo-trad.
Oh, the neo-trad, that's right.
I would doctor it up a little bit. But
Why
yeah.
do you think that is? Because, like if you do a daisy, man, daisies are super easy. All the petals flow out from the middle, and then, each petal's pretty much similar. One folds over the top, and then you can kind of just make that. But the roses are tough, dude.
So growing
They
up,
fold,
up, I'm from San Antonio. My dad had a flower shop, and so like I would help my stepmom make the bouquets, and then I would help my dad do the deliveries and all that stuff. So my whole life has been surrounded by flowers, and I like familiarized myself with like the different types of flowers. So like
That's cool.
I understand what you're saying, how they're all like different and whatnot, but like just seeing them every day, my entire life, it's ingrained in my brain.
Yeah, they're not easy flowers. They're common, but they're not easy to tattoo. There's much easier flowers to tattoo.
Oh, for sure.
You know what I mean? That are less common. you
Yeah,
know?
but I mean, you do see a lot of roses throughout the whole industry.
Yeah.
So sometimes whenever you see a rose, it's like, I don't want to do a rose. Like, can we do something else? To
Exactly.
me,
That's
right?
crazy.
To me,
I don't.
Yeah, see, it's
I
crazy
get
that you
to
think
do
that
a
way.
rose.
Yeah. It's like I would, like, whenever they came in, it's like, oh, I want to do a rose. I'm like, I mean, you want a rose? Hey, we'll do a rose. But I'm like, a rose? Like, you can do something else crazier, Because you see them so often with like clocks or lions or so forth and so on. So it's like,
Do you feel like you're just so used to doing them, and like you've already like mastered the skill that like you're not challenged by it anymore?
I don't feel like I've mastered it because, like Danny said earlier, the day that you start, thinking that you've mastered something is the day you stop growing.
Sure.
It's just that I don't feel like I have enough fun with them, like I do with other things. Like for instance, like wings. It's challenging to me. I love it because it's always pushing me. It's always allowing me to
Sounds
grow.
like my nightmare. I
Yeah,
would
see?
hate to do it.
I love
Someone
doing
hit me up to
angels.
do the seraphim, like the
Yes.
realistic angel. I was like,
I think that is so cool.
17 sessions.
But I think it's the challenging aspect because I'm not saying roses are not challenging. They are.
Yeah.
It's just that I don't think I have enough fun with them to really like enjoy it.
I don't know what kind of ADHD I have, but like maybe like 45 minutes, hour into a tattoo, I'm like doing the tattoo, even a drawing, and I'm like, I'm bored. I'm over this. I don't want to do this anymore. Like I want to go see what the dog's doing. Let me go. Like I don't know what it is. Like so, like with the realism and stuff like that, I can't. I would either need to take like a shit ton of breaks, or just stick with quick little bangers that I can knock out.
Okay.
Somebody told me that it's because I get that serotonin right away. You get that.
It might be.
And then it just like once it's gone, it's like, okay, now what?
I get that way with tribal, man. That's why I never do tribal ever. I get that. I get the shapes. I like the shapes of it. You know, that's the fun part. But man, once we get down to like coloring in black, dude, it's like black,
it's just like repetition.
Dude,
repetition.
it's like I already know what it's gonna look like. Get no satisfaction with this, and like the person that's asking me to do it. No offense to you, that's cool. It looks good, but you know what it's gonna look like, and I know what it's gonna look like. You know, there's no surprises at the end.
Yeah.
You know?
No, I think that just, you know, also does fall into you as a person, right? You know, what had, like, for instance, Joe, the roses that, you know, throughout his whole childhood he grew up with and things that, you know, molded him into who he is now, you know, allow him to enjoy things like that. You know what I mean? And for me, anime, I enjoy that. Statues, Greek mythology, I have a whole sleeve dedicated to that. That's why I enjoy doing all these statues with wings and angels and all that stuff. So molded me in that way. For you, roses, florals, and stuff like that, you know, that you enjoy them, you know?
Absolutely, yeah. Just flowers in general. You know, I got this flower on my neck because I wanted a neck tattoo so that I can look super tough because I'm not intimidating at all. I look like a Mexican McLovin. But I got this but I wanted it to be like soft, like a flower, like so, like not offensive, like not a skull or anything. So like, I'm tough, but I'm also soft at heart.
No, you came in with those shades. I was like, I do not want to fuck with this guy.
Oh yeah, no. Yeah, I look like magic from Blood In, Blood Out.
He had the top button too. He had the top like the pato. You know?
Oye, narco.
Fuck, man, that was awesome, dude. But
yeah.
no, going to that. That's
he took
awesome.
the shades off and the buttons unloose, so he's good now.
Oh yeah, no, dude. Yeah.
Relax.
Now we
Relax.
Now that I got the June Shine, the heart, I'm loose still. Yeah. Brought to you by June Shine Kombucha.
Yeah.
Definitely not sponsored by them.
Dude, these
but,
are good.
You know, love them.
Hook
These
us
are
up
really
though.
good.
Hook us up though.
Yeah, we already had to go ahead and we definitely already had to cut off Terrence because motherfuckers are just drinking them.
Come on, man.
I'm sorry. Sorry.
Was he drinking them loud? Like,
Shotgunning the fuck out of him. That's what he was doing back there.
oh man, that's hilarious.
But he was talking about the music though. We did hear that you were talking with Danny about music. Like,
Yes.
Yo,
Yeah.
so what more about that? Because I mean, I heard that you were an instructor. You play guitar. What else about that? Like, have you done any actually like little shows or like? You know,
of course, yeah, man, yeah. A few times. So I used to also work at Guitar Center. We'd put on like an annual battle.
I fucking love Guitar Center because you can go in there and fuck with everything and just start playing it, man. And they can't tell you.
I don't
shit.
know if you
Oh
can.
yeah, we loved that.
Yeah,
What a
I know
fun
you did.
aspect. What a fun thing to point out.
I know it, bro. I know it.
Oh man, no, it was cool, man. I met some of the best friends in my entire life. I'm still homies with a lot of the old employees.
That's
and This
awesome.
was back in like 2007, 2008. We're still cool. But yeah, so I transitioned from Guitar Center to teaching. I worked at the School of Rock for a long time. A lot of people don't know this.
Huh?
Well, it was a school before it was a movie. So like,
that's
But then
cool.
the movie helped them franchise and branch out. But yeah, I taught music for a long time. I mostly played classical guitar, a lot of flamenco, and then I transitioned into like death metal just because it's so like technically crazy. So yeah, I've just been doing that my whole life.
Has that kind of like branched into your tattooing? Like when you, because I'll speak for me. Like when I'm tattooing, there's certain types of tattoos that I'll listen to certain music to get me in that vein.
That's
you know?
funny that you mentioned that. When I'm tattooing, I just listen to Houston rap. Exclusively, yeah, UGK, like Devin the Dude, all that, because
Wow.
I can't sit there and listen to death metal and just fucking like, because you want to headbang and you want to like move, you can't do that. Like, so yeah, Houston rap just, I don't know, it's just calming to me.
That's amazing, dude. I would have
Yeah.
never put that with that.
Oh yeah, dude. When I'm at the dentist, I'm like, hey, throw on some Bun B. Let's get to drilling because I need to calm down.
I would think you put death metal for drilling. You know what I'm saying? Like, like we're ready for death. You know,
that
like,
sounds like a fever dream.
No, you don't
Oh,
want your
dude.
dentist. The dentist is the one that's listening to this. He's drilling into you. You don't want him listening to that.
One time I was getting dentist work done, and the song that was playing was it was "Hey, you're a crazy bitch, but you fuck so good." I was just like, "What am I?" I thought I was on the gas, and like they were like, "No, we didn't give you gas yet." But yeah, I was like, "Why are y'all playing this?" Weird.
I mean, I like it, but no, fuck.
Y'all, this is a freaky dentist on that. Y'all really do make sexy teeth.
Fucking dentist just coming out. Hey, you had a wonderful time, didn't you? Like,
You just had a cleaning and then you just wake up out of nowhere and you just, you know what I'm saying? Like the doctor got a little freaky with you.
come on, man.
Hey, you fill in the blank, dude. I didn't say anything
I mean,
crazy.
You're right. You're right.
He was like, "Yeah, I filled all your cavities."
Fuck, man. No, but I can't relate with music like that. I will put that out there. I love music when it comes to working out and certain things, but when I'm tattooing, I can't listen to music, man.
Yeah.
I have to put like somebody has to be talking. Like I put that 70s show on. Like that's just my comfort show, man.
I used to work at a shop where it was just TVs that wouldn't play music, and I would play the craziest comedies I could find. That way, the clients are like,
just circling this fucking.
and I would fuck with my homies. I would always put it on when I'm done tattooing. I'd be like, "Oh yeah, have you heard of this movie?" And then they're just like,
fucking just lines all jaggedy and everything.
I loved it.
Fuck, man. No, I love that, dude. I can't though, but I do enjoy a good, nice little. Whenever the clients are like, "Hey, can I sleep?" I was like, "Yeah, absolutely. You can take a nap if you can. If you can go through the pain, sure, knock out."
Dude.
But what if I twitch? I mean, I'm used to it because
Yeah.
whenever I went through my apprenticeship, whenever I was doing lines on fake skin and everything, my mentors would walk by and just nudge the fuck, bro.
Oh, that's messed up.
I'm like,
That's
what are you
fucked
doing,
up.
right? They would do that time and time again. Like, I'm over here on fake skin, and they would just come over, and I'm, bro, like, enough with that shit. They would annoy me. But whenever I actually started tattooing, running, client would move, bloop, I would jump up as a second, nature. I was like, I see why they did that back in the day. So it's those little tips and tricks
Always
that they
be
never
ready.
taught you. Yeah, exactly. So it's like Mr. Miyagi, like wax on, wax off type
Mr.
thing. Like, I
Miyagi,
was like,
trial by fire. Kind
yes,
of thing, yeah.
man.
I do notice though when so it might not be music, but it might be you have to have noise. That's for sure. So that's kind of
Movies,
like the same
shows,
thing.
anything.
You need something that's kind of, for me, it's like melodic. It kind of gets me in the zone and keeps me there. If I have a show and I have to pay attention to the dialogue and stuff, I
Yeah.
get distracted.
And the music can't be too ambient either, otherwise you get sleepy. Like
Yeah.
like,
So it
like
has to
spa
be-
music. Like
Yeah.
it sounds good in theory, but like if you're tattooing listening to spa music, I get sleepy as fuck, dude.
Yeah.
I can't do it.
I walked out the other day. I think it was like a Saturday or something. I walked out of there, coming into the pit here, and these guys are listening to some baby making music. I'm like, what the fuck are y'all doing with y'all's clients, bro? I was like, it was you, wasn't it?
No,
it was Terrence.
wasn't me. Why you put that on me?
Look at Jose. Jose, put the camera on you. Who was it?
It's not me.
Every time we see something weird playing, we just blame Terrence.
It's
'cause-
always Terrence.
Yeah, always.
It's
In
always
my
Terrence.
experience, you can make babies to any kind of music.
That's what I'm saying.
You know what I'm saying?
Nah, I don't know. Like I said, I don't fuck with music like that. So
Y'all be sleeping on Drex. Drex be putting some of that soul music on too now. Drex be putting some of that stuff. He be putting the Teddy Swims on.
That's because he's in love.
You like Daniel
That
Caesar?
is
Well,
true. That is
he got his
true.
he got his girl now, so he be putting some baby making music on.
yeah, but whenever he was listening to all kinds of Linkin Park and everything, I was like, oh, you
Straight
hurting
up.
deep inside. Yeah. No, I know.
You know who Strame is?
I
That
do.
French dude?
Oh, yeah.
He be putting that dude on. I don't know
do.
if he's a dude or not, but he's a is he a dude? That's a dude.
I think so. Yeah, yeah.
Is Strame a dude?
Yeah, his music
I
is
mean,
crazy.
let's
though.
not assume. It's 2024. We can't assume. I don't want to get canceled on the first time doing this podcast. You're like, I don't know. Is he a dude? Say it into the mic, Joe.
You haven't been wanting to say a lot of things today, Joe. Come on. Fuck, man. No, that's awesome, dude. Like this whole entire this is what I'm talking about. This is the thing that like people don't see, our clients don't see. Like it's like, oh, they're fucking Joe comes in here every time with fucking glasses on and everything. That motherfucker's a professional. We're not.
No, I was just hungover.
I
Just
I wanted to bring the
hungover.
point though. So you don't like the music thing. You like to like talk to your clients, whatever. But you do put movies on, and you'll put the '70s show, that '70s show. You'll put a few shows on. So something about that. Are you doing it for them, or do you like it?
No, like he said earlier, like I think I have some kind of ADHD to where like my brain works way more than it needs to. Like I'm tattooing, right? I need to pick up something in the background to actually be able to focus here. I don't know why. It's like, because if I'm just tattooing there, my brain starts to drift and it's like, the fuck am I doing this week?
I used to
Like,
have
so
a
like,
homegirl who would like watch TV while reading a book.
yeah.
Otherwise, she couldn't focus. Like she had to
that's
she had to
a-
have something going on, and otherwise she couldn't read the book. I'm like, that's crazy.
Exactly. And it's very
You
true
should
though,
see a
because I do need to see a doctor.
You need to seek professional help. Can we go ahead and
Yeah, because
camera?
Don't point to me. It's like, but I'm like, let's say I watch anime, can watch it perfectly fine. I'm good. Try to read it, fucking 5 pages in, what the fuck did I just read? I had to go back time and time again. I do that with books.
I have that too.
Every single time with books. But there was this one time where somebody was just chatting on my ear and I was over here just trying to read something to distract myself from them. I actually understood what was going on while they were talking to me. And I'm like, I think my second brain just picked up on them, ignored them, but actually was able to
That's
focus
so
here. See,
backwards, dude.
That's
you
why
were
I
able to
need-
focus more?
That's great.
Yeah.
That's
defective
why
as fuck.
I need menus that have pictures. When I'm at a restaurant, there's pictures. I'm like, hell yeah!
I need
can
books
read all
with
this.
pictures. Like I can't. No, absolutely, man. Like, and then the QR codes nowadays in restaurants, bro, they got no pictures. Like, what the fuck am I gonna? Right? You download the whole menu. It's like a script. Like, you know,
A PDF. It's just a
PDF file.
Like,
Oh,
yeah.
I hate that.
Like,
It's
I
crazy when a restaurant doesn't have prices. That's what's
Oh,
crazy.
that's
Like,
when
it
you-
just says market price. Like, how much the fuck? I don't go to the market. How much does this cost me?
No,
crazy.
if I don't see a price, baby girl, go ahead and get the salad, get a couple sides. You are not getting
Yeah,
none
can
of
we
that.
actually get a kids menu? We'll just take the chicken nuggets.
We'll split those.
We'll split 'em.
Ketchup extra? I don't want it.
You put ketchup on the nuggets?
No, fuck no. I don't.
Oh, then why'd you say that?
I just thought I said that.
Ketchup.
Bro, I can't do
Ew.
ketchup. I can't do tomatoes. Period.
For real?
Whenever I was younger, I used to bite them like apples. Is what my mom says. She might be lying, but when I was younger, I used to bite those and avocados like they were apples. So now it's not that I dislike the taste, but that's all I taste. Like if I'm biting into a burger and it has one little sliver of tomato,
Yeah.
it overpowers everything. I can't taste nothing.
By the way, that reminds me, I have a food blog. It's called Eating Out DFW.
Say it again?
Eating Out DFW.
Okay.
Me
Thought
and
I
my
heard that
homies,
right.
we go to all these different restaurants. Like, I love food, dude. Our motto is going down on the town. Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
love that.
But anyway, you're talking about tomatoes and burgers and whatnot.
Yeah.
Do you have a favorite burger in Dallas? I'm going to tell you the best burger in Dallas.
Okay, so when it comes to best burger, do you mean like best well-known or just in general, like one of the ones that make you feel like home? That's a good burger. That's a real genuine, like, you know.
No, like you bite into it and you're like, oh my God, this is what angels taste like. Like you bite
What angels taste like. After your little comment on it, let's go down on fucking DFW. Huh?
Yeah, dude, let's go down.
No, okay, so our best, like our spot to go to, like where we're like, you know what, let's get a good burger. Burger Street, bro.
Burger Street, okay. that's
Burger
what's
Street.
up.
Yeah, if you never had a really like great ass burger like that, I genuinely, and a lot of people don't, because it's like
It's like just, it's a
small
burger.
little, yeah, it's a small little shop that you drive through, whatever you think is just a quick little McDonald's burgers. It's not. It's a genuine fat burger with like patties, like made to order.
That's what's
it's
up.
not frozen. So
Yeah.
I haven't had anything that I'm like, you
Not
know,
sponsored by.
Not sponsored,
but would like to be sponsored
Dude,
by.
if you ever get a chance to go to High Fives on Henderson, try their burger. It's the only thing they have on the menu. They don't have any, like they got fries, but dude, fire.
That's pretty
Absolute
cocky.
fire.
That's pretty cocky. They know it's good.
Best burger in Dallas, dude.
Okay.
I promise you. High Fives. It's
Interesting.
fire.
Okay, I'm gonna add that to the list. I'm gonna add that to this because I've had other stuff from High Five, but I've never really had that burger itself.
Oh yeah.
Have y'all
Shameless
been
plug.
into Aussie Burgers? Aussie Burgers?
Aussie burgers? Nuh-uh.
There is just one here. They're original from California.
Ah.
They're
we don't want no more California stuff in here.
wait. their slogan, their logo is like California flavor, Texas size. Bro, they're good.
Dude,
they're
that
good.
sucks. See,
They
I don't
have
like
good
In-N-Out.
burgers.
I don't like In-N-Out. I think they call it that because it goes in right back out.
Right back out.
That's right. It's a Whataburger all day. If you don't like,
right,
dude. If you don't like
Whataburger,
Whataburger,
baby.
if you don't like Whataburger, then you're just not drunk enough.
if you have not
That
at
should be
2
the
in the morning
slogan.
been in line for 30 fucking minutes just to
Yup.
get a burger,
Oh, you're
then
holding
you
in
do-
that piss, or you go behind the dumpster. Yeah, but dude, and you know it's a good Whataburger when they have a security guard. Like you know it's a good.
You know shit goes down here,
We're gonna
man.
eat tonight.
Man,
Hell
if you don't
yeah.
have people out there just fucking blasting music, doors open, eating off the fucking hood of their car,
Yep.
man, it's not a good water
Don't
spot.
do it. Don't do it. Not a good Whataburger.
Yep.
Yeah,
I
I've
promise
never
you.
had that. Nobody talks about Jack in the Box. Is that what is that?
Jack in the Crack.
Because it's the only two places that are open.
One time
Jack in the
I was
Crack.
at Jack in the Box and I was in the drive-through, right, and I got my little cheesy jalapenos or whatever.
Ooh, those are good,
And
the poppers.
And then I was like, all right, cool. I got my shit, I got my food, and then I drive off and I'm eating the jalapenos. I was like, let me try to pull a fast one on them. So I go back into the drive-through. I was like, hey, I didn't get my jalapenos. And they were like, sir, we watched you eat them right outside the window. And I was like, all right, y'all have a good night. Yeah, there was no disputing that. Like we literally saw it. We have the documentation and the footage.
It was that one-way mirror that you fucking slide the door. It's like, oh, they can't see me. Yeah, the fuck we can. It's like
He didn't even leave the parking lot. He just did a circle in the parking lot.
I think I even like burned my mouth on it.
like Jack in the Box is one of those hangover fucking spots for me, man. Because I go in there and I get the fucking purple Powerade. Grape is the flavor, apparently.
Dude, I love
It's a
Powerade.
grape Powerade. Yes.
No, it's purple. We call it purple.
We call it purple. I went in there, they're like, you mean the grape? The grape one. Yes, but it's purple. It's the color purple.
Ain't no grapes in it.
None. But I'm like, yeah, that one. I get that one, and I get that fucking like a big old what's it called? Buttery Melody Jack, the Swiss, whatever this.
Ooh.
Oh man, that 6 of the little poppers, some curly fries, good to go.
Dude, I had Taco Bell for the first time in a long time. I don't really eat fast food. I had it the other day. Dude, I was getting like memories coming back to me. It was fire.
Childhood.
Dude, it's crazy. I mean, like, I don't normally eat that shit. Like, it's barely real food.
Barely.
You know? They call it fourth meal for like legal reasons. But oh man, it was so delicious. I fucking had a Baja blast. Hell yeah.
That's a good one. That's a good one, man.
You can really taste the horse.
We're fucking kidding. Don't sue us.
Yeah, sorry, Taco Bell.
Man, all these experiences when it comes, if you see your artist coming in with a fucking Jack in the Box, bag, we're hungover.
Oh yeah, for sure. Or if they're wearing sunglasses for the podcast.
We're hungover. Or if you're just Terrence in general, you're hungover.
Sha, sha, sha.
I think you should just assume your tattooer is always just going to be hungover somehow. He's been sober for 5 years. Like, nah, he's still. He hasn't had enough Red Bull today. Like, that's basically like their version of a hangover.
And that's what we run on, caffeine. Like, we run on caffeine. Like, I don't know how many energy drinks you guys have during the day, but I need one every morning.
Yeah,
man.
oh,
for
It's just
sure.
And it's crazy, though, because like I said earlier, Terrence pointed out, my hand is always shaky. But
I don't know why you say that.
Because whenever I hold on to that machine, I don't know if it's the reverse vibrations. I'm not a fucking rocket scientist. But with the vibrations from the machine versus the vibrations on my hand, it's like they cancel out. You know what I mean? It's like,
See, that doesn't happen.
I
to me
don't
when I'm
know if that's a
tattooing.
thing.
That doesn't happen when I'm tattooing. I've heard of
Okay.
people that
Oh,
do
it's-
that.
okay.
But me,
Told
it's
you.
the opposite. I get anxiety and like when I'm like happy and like having fun, like we're
Yeah.
laughing and I'm just like, I want to say another joke. I'm like a little like that little dog that's like, I want to say something. Yeah, I don't know what it is. Like I get like just stoked.
especially whenever it's something you want to do, it's like even more, bro. It's like, oh,
yeah.
come on, can we get this started already? It's like,
Yeah, I didn't know what to expect today with this podcast. I was like, I'm gonna bomb. Like, no, we're doing great. This
We're
is
having a
fun.
great time.
Dude, this is
Absolutely.
fun as hell. You're like, do you got time for one more hour? I was like, dude, I'll spend the night in this bitch. I got my sleeping bag outside. Let's do this.
it's funny that you think we haven't spent the night here multiple times.
Oh, I've slept in a tattoo shop.
Yeah?
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, hell yeah, yeah.
One of the first ones you started at?
It was when I was an apprentice, and my mentor was like, "Hey, the guy for the internet's going to be here at 6 a.m. You need to spend the night on the couch and make sure that the internet gets set up."
Dang.
I was like, I have a girlfriend and my own apartment and 3 dogs, but okay. And like, I did it.
That's awesome, man. No, okay, so
That was the hardest part of my apprenticeship. I honestly didn't get hazed.
none
I
of
didn't
that.
get fucking picked on. I was never forced to do anything like, you know. Except for
like
sleep
crazy,
for the
dude.
internet guy, but yeah, other than that.
What? Say what?
Except for not sleep with the internet. For the internet, yeah.
Okay. So there was another one of your
Dang,
uncle's
believe it
parties
was
again.
service?
I believe it was Spectrum. Yes, Spectrum internet.
Rectum or spectrum?
Rectum. Come on.
Yes, that was good. That was good.
Go ahead, chalk one up for Terrence over there. I see you. What's the craziest thing you've done for your apprenticeship? Not saying like, slept with anybody. I'm not saying that. But I'm just talking about just...
I know it. As soon as he brought it up, dude, I used to work for a one-legged dude named Peter. And that
right.
joker would fall all the time.
Oh,
he
damn.
would be so what do you call it? I'm not handicapped, that he would not wear his leg.
What?
And he would want to hop around, you know what I mean? And sometimes he would fall and he can't get up. So you'd have to help him up.
You didn't have that life alert on him?
That's life alert.
That's the worst part of your apprenticeship. That's just being a good
I'm-
human trying to help him.
No. This was a bad guy. You don't want to help him up. You know what I'm saying? It's like he's a bad dude. There's just some parts of it that he would just be like a but been assholes about it. But
I've never worked for a bad person.
man,
because I just don't support that type of shit. If they're a fucking shitty person, why am I going to make you money?
Right.
in a
Like,
small
I'm just gonna
town
dip
though,
it.
there's not
Oh,
many.
yeah,
There's
yeah.
not many shops, so you'd have to work for a guy that was like super angry all the time.
And I think that,
yeah.
because Shane did bring up a good point about that. Back in the day, a lot of tattoo shops, they were very just hardcore
Yeah.
on that shit. They were
I'm
like,
surprised you never have those stories though.
I didn't. I am lucky enough to. I mean, I can't even tell you. I've never had a bad shop. I never had a bad boss. Like, whenever I went through my apprenticeship, the most that they did was, every now and then they would haze me here and there, little things like that. Knock on my stuff, like wrap my shit up, like stuff like that. But it was never bad. It was things that actually helped me, grow.
Yeah.
Same thing here with Jose. Whenever I came in, he didn't fucking make me do anything besides just come in, do my job, so and so. But I've heard terrible stories. Shane, they made him wash people's cars, like actually I think he said he even had to like mow the dude's lawn, like do all that stuff
I've
above
heard
and
of
beyond.
people having to snort hot sauce and shit like that. I've heard that, like that.
It
Dude.
was never like hazing, like jumping through things, but you had to deal with so much. Like I told y'all, it was the guy there's a guy that owned the shop and he was terrible. The name of the shop was Running Guns. It doesn't even exist anymore, right?
Yeah.
And then after he sold it to someone else, the guy took it over and he used to ride his skateboard to the shop. And it would be 100 degrees outside and would sweat through his shirt. And he knew he was going to be musty and he knew he was going to be sweaty when he got there. So he had another shirt in his back pocket. And when he got there, he would hang up his shirt to dry and the whole shop would smell like must.
Damn.
So I'm working there. So if I'm trying to be super professional, when someone comes in, I got to burn incense. I got to do air freshening. He cool with it. He knew he was going to be musty.
See, now you got me like,
No,
you
man.
got me checking my.
You know what I'm saying?
We're good.
No.
Man, but I can't believe shop owners would think. I mean, I guess it's back in the day. It's small
Bro.
towns, little places like that don't really like. Whenever you're set in your ways, and you're not growing out of those most of the time. One of the shops Shane was talking about. We go back to Shane, but he has so much experience and crazy fucking stories that it's true. Like he was saying that there's artists that shop owners that they don't have a social media, they don't have anything in Facebook marketing, nothing like that. They just rely on their word of mouth, which I get it, respectable. It was part back in the day. But you got to change with the times. If you don't change with the times, you're gonna get left behind.
Yep.
So it's
Absolutely.
like
Every shop that I've worked at has been that way. Every single one.
That's crazy.
But when I
dude.
got here, it was different. It's just in a small town. I guess it's such an outcast kind of culture thing that you don't see a lot of people do it as an ordinary job. You'll see those people that they just do it.
What town was it?
I was in Richmond Hill, Georgia.
Georgia.
Around Savannah. It's
All right,
around
I'm
Savannah,
never going to
Georgia.
Richmond Hill. I travel a lot. Sorry, Richmond.
Dude, I got a whole list. I got a whole
Get out there.
list.
Not gonna make it.
He's like, I got a
Really?
destination you should not even go.
Don't
I got a
even
list
waste
of
your time, brother, man.
Not going to Richmond.
No, that's crazy, man. Yeah, different eras, different times. Everything is so cool nowadays.
One
man.
more.
Talk to me.
I've worked at a shop to where the owner and there was five tattoo artists there, not including me, and she dated every single one of them,
Ooh.
girls and guys.
Are they?
And it was nothing but relationship drama the whole time. Can you imagine?
Are they? Is she hiring? Are they hiring right now?
So, dude, imagine the drama that was in that shop.
Oh,
Everybody is an
No.
ex.
No.
what was the
except
shop
me.
called? The Eskimo
I ain't
Brothers.
gonna tell you that, man. I ain't gonna tell you that.
When you're here, you're family. Hell yeah!
We're gonna make shirts out of these, man. The link is gonna be in the bio. Make sure to check those out.
Best shop I ever worked at. My favorite shop is a shop called Mother's House. It's right up the road. It's all female shop. Shout out to Bree for taking a chance on me. It's all female. And like, I was guest spotting basically, but I was there for like 3 months. It was tight. They are masters at social media. They do great tattoos. There's a little cafe built in. The sweetest, kindest people. Like, they were just very open and receptive to me being there. And I'm like some fucking dumb, hairy dude. And like, they were just the coolest fucking people. Like, I loved that shop so much. It's in a great part of town. That's another thing too. We're talking about location. Location is a major thing when it comes to tattoo
Matters,
shops.
yeah.
You know what I mean? So yeah, it's a bit different from being in a little small town, but it makes a difference. And yeah, so yeah, Mother's House, good shop. If you'll ever get a chance to check it out, they're the sweetest, nicest people ever.
That's
that-
awesome, man.
Whenever you walk into a shop, first impressions matter. Having that little coffee shop, having all these little things that they do like very well, it shows how much love they put into their shop, their craft and everything. So definitely first appearance matter, and it's cool that a lot of shops nowadays are taking that and running with it. Because you walk into a shop that has nothing but cubicles and everybody just kind of head down, no nothing, not even a very welcoming atmosphere is like.
Yeah, it's wild. How can you run a business like that? You know, like maybe it worked in the 90s, but like not anymore. Like say hi, say, hey, how you doing? Or I'll be right with you. Let me take my gloves off. I'll be right with you. Hang tight. You know, like something like that. Just don't fucking look up and ignore someone, you know?
Exactly.
Right. Yeah.
But yeah, you're absolutely right. Like getting in the door is the first step, and then like keeping them in the door, that's another step. Like, so make it a comfortable environment. Dude, I worked at a shop one time. They were sticklers on like these candles need to be lit and the air freshener needs to be going before anyone walks in here, so that we know no musty T-shirt fucking stuff.
Yeah, for real.
And like that alone, like people would walk in and be like, they always say the same shit. Like, I love the way a tattoo shop smells. Like, how many times have you heard people say that? Like, I love the green soap smell. And like,
I've heard that. It gives me flashbacks.
Exactly.
You know,
it makes them like, oh, I love this. I forgot about this. And like, so you want to like, have an open and welcome environment from the get go.
That's awesome.
Exactly.
Man. Well, hopefully that's what you received here. Hopefully, like, you know, you are welcome to come back to this podcast multiple times, bro. We had a blast with you. Thank you for joining us, man.
Hella down.
Yeah, absolutely. Like Danny said, thank you for taking time out of your day, you know, to come in here.
Yeah. I haven't even eaten yet. This is my breakfast.
Breakfast and dessert right there.
Brought to you by June Shine. Breakfast of Champions.
He had the radio voice and everything now.
He's been practicing. He's been practicing. He said he wasn't ready for this. He's been ready, fucking practicing in the mirror.
I used to work a job that was like that. It was like OnStar. Do you remember OnStar?
Yeah,
it was kind of like that. So they push a button in their car and they're like, hey, whatever. Can you tell me the directions to this place? And I'd be like, hello, Mr. Johnson. Yes, I'll give you the directions. Make a right here. And this is before Siri. This is like before Siri was a thing. Yeah,
I do remember that. I never used it. I had it in my car and I never used it. Fuck, I regret
That's crazy.
Yeah, it could have been me. I'd have been like, hey, what up, dog? What you doing?
Yeah, you're the OnStar guy. Welcome back to the podcast.
I need you to go to Whataburger. Give me these jalapeno poppers. I need these jalapeno poppers. I ate them in the car.
Fuck, man, we're having too much fun, man. But once again, man, thank you so much for joining us, man. All his stuff, it's gonna be down below, linked to his Instagram, and please give us a shout out on the other one that you do, the little course.
Oh yeah. It's a food blog that me and my homies are running. It's just called Eating Out DFW. We're going down on the town. If you have any good restaurant recommendations, definitely throw it our way. But we're pretty bougie about it, so it has to be good. No in and out. No in and out.
No in and out. But once again, man, thank you guys for joining us. Like I said, all his information for Joe is going to be down below in the bio. Please go ahead and check him out. Give us a shout out. Give us a follow. Please go ahead and send this out to all your friends. Terrence, the crew, Siani, and Danny, thank you guys so much. And we will see you guys next time.